Right now, we are driving down Central Avenue. I'm getting excited right now. We are headed to Combs Barbecue. Big fan of barbecue, got a smoker at my house. My ribs are not as good as Combs Barbecue, but we are headed to one of our favorite places to eat in the city. It's lunchtime. In-service day here at Middletown City School District. A lot of personalized learning going on for staff across the district. We are headed back to Middletown High School. I'm going to sit with two teachers and get the perspective about how the Middie modernization movement is inspiring them to transform how they approach teaching and learning inside their classroom for their students. It'll be a great conversation to get a chance to capture teacher voice in our district. So we just heard Katie Martin and Thomas Murray the past what, 48 hours? What major takeaways? I know I've got some. What are your major takeaways?
That engaging students, being there for students emotionally, keeping up with 21st century techniques and technology is important in the classroom.
That you must open those doors and have that community collaboration within the school.
That was a big thing, not just the community within the district, but the community outside the district as well, was a big takeaway for me because everybody needs to be a part of it.
I actually was thinking about that because what does Middie Rising mean? Like, what did it mean to the staff? And I did speak to our teacher leader about it. We sat down and had this discussion and talked about how it has empowered the staff to, personalize and restructure content in order to, have a more positive impact on the students. So I think we definitely feel empowered.
I feel trusted. I feel like our leaders, you, including you, trust the teachers with what we're doing, and you're giving us things that we need. It's really digging deeper into global learning. So I see that as a big way for us teachers to be able to reach each student.
That's great feedback, and I'm jumping for joy right now when you said that you sat with someone and talked about #Middie Rising. I'm curious, selfishly speaking from the two of you, what is it about #Middie Rising that keeps you a part of Middletown City School District?
People out in the community have become more visual to our students. So I just feel like it's just come full circle, like just a community. Everyone has embraced it. Everyone's I feel like it's very inclusive. So I think everyone's involved, everyone's on the same bus, and we're all moving in the right direction together.
I would say #Middie Rising is a movement that inspires, motivates, and leads the district and where we're going to go and what we're doing at the time. It's just the culture that we are.
I would say get on board or you're going to get left behind. Mic drop.
Drop the mic.
Good one.
Would you actually drop it? Amazing dialogue just now. Very inspiring, listening to our staff talk about the passion behind collaborating with other staff members in this district. You could tell that it was very, very important to adults in this district that having a positive relationship and the ability and opportunity to collaborate with one another to transform teaching and learning is absolutely valued. I think another piece that really jumped out of the conversation for me was when I heard that we understand, we see the vision, we have clarity with that, but we also need to continue to provide supports for our staff on how to execute that vision at a very deep level. Yeah, so we're headed to Atrium Medical Center, one of our proud partners here at Middletown City Schools. And we're talking to Tyler Roberts, who is the executive director at YMCA, as well as Marquita Turner, who is an executive director for Atrium Medical Center also. Really just digging into the idea that it takes a village. So we're really digging into our relationships with just a couple of our partners out in the community from the business sector. And just talking a little bit about, opportunities for kids as far as internships at their organizations. Also going to try to dig a little bit, get some feedback around some of the after-school programs, especially that the YMCA is doing for the youth in our community. Hit that, but you mentioned the idea of goals. So as we know, our kids, they all have goals, and the youth in our community have goals. Can you share with us a little bit about, as part of this Middie modernization movement, opportunities that kids are having outside of the school day or even outside of the school that you're seeing your organizations really starting to have a positive impact on kids?
As growing up in the community and as a high schooler, you may not have any concept of what opportunities are really out there. And by partnering and having internships where we can get students inside our hospital, recognizing that there's more than just being a doctor or a nurse, that there's many clinical, non-clinical roles, and giving them some exposure to that on a long-term basis, like 4 days a week. That really gives them an idea of what the career may entail and spark their interest. So that really, I think, has done a lot to elevate the options and for students to understand what really is out there.
I know the YMCA at both of our locations here in Middletown hosts some interns, and a couple of the exciting things I feel like we've seen that those interns have taken away is the impact of the culture and the values. So whether they work with the hospital, an outside organization, a company, or the Y, they walk away with the core values, the mission and the culture of that place that they spent all that time with. And that's something that I feel like being outside of the school, getting the opportunity out in the community is invaluable to those students. So.
These are Middletown high school students.
Yep.
With the energy and excitement about future careers. The opportunities that your organizations are providing students in Middletown city schools, also knowing some of the future needs in the workforce. When our students come to your organizations for these internships, for these experiences, these opportunities, and are they prepared when they walk in the door, or are there areas where you could push us to continue to invest in our kids a little bit differently?
I think with the YMCA, we see a lot of the students come in very hungry. They're hungry to learn, they're hungry to see what opportunities they have out there. A lot of what we see and we're very impressed by is how they're willing to take advantage of the opportunity that they're given. And so we're very excited to see that. The thing where we feel like we can help them and maybe grow them a little bit more is also in their soft skills. They start learning them at this age. It's a very crucial time in their life. It's where they develop those healthy habits with those.
But they're coming with positive attitudes, they're coming with excitement, and I think when you look at from the perspective of what they need to bring in the experience of an internship, that's kind of the foundation. And then the rest that we can help provide through the education and the internship.
Okay. Good insight. Glad to hear. Well, I can't say thank you enough on behalf of the staff, the families, and the kids in our district about what you're doing to give kids opportunities to explore what it is they want to be when they grow up. The feedback that we got just now, how affirming it is that providing our kids experiences outside of the walls of our schools, that provide them with real, authentic experiences that are going to help them in the future is worth its absolute weight in gold. Huge return on investment based on the feedback we got today. Very excited.